What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everybody's having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. I'm over here crippled. Listen, I can't complain. My back, I'm late. I'm sorry, I'm late. My back, if y'all knew how long it took me to get up and sit down and move around, y'all would. Listen. I'm grateful to have. I'm always, whenever you hurt, you're always grateful to have your health. If y'all don't know, I injured my back yesterday morning at the gym, and so I'm going through it. But I did everything that I could to make sure that I could be here today to review the first episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 1. And the name of the episode is called A Warm Welcome. Okay. I thought it was an okay episode. I thought it was an okay episode, but it was still we got to talk about it. When we talk about it, we got to keep it real. Okay. Now, if I get through with the review within the hour and 15 minutes, I will drop the link and we can come up one-on-one and talk about it. Okay. But before we get started, let's see who all in here, and then we really gonna talk. Right in Jazz, what's good, Troy? He said the Ark Burger was amazing. Either XXX pickles. I got the Sunday, but I didn't add anything to it. Why get the Sunday if you're not gonna add nothing to it? Madison Holly, what's good? Dina, what's good? I'm gonna miss it, but make sure. Well, you'll catch the replay. Karen, what's good? Picking is an open boy. Listen. I understand what y'all saying though, but y'all gotta give. I don't think y'all giving Pinky a fair shot. Magaline Lamar, what's good? And Rare Sunshine, what's good? My son Deuce made straight A's. What's good? Happy honor roll, Deuce. His name is Deuce Star. What's good? Congratulations, Deuce. We don't mess with no dummies. Print Fias, what's good? We need you here now. Hey, baby, what's good? Vanessa, what's good? I'm interested in your thoughts on Atlanta. I will give it a 7 because Mike, the hired help, was hilarious. Mike, the hired help? You talking about Pinky husband? What is Pinky husband name? Yeah, Mike definitely was the hired help. Why is Shamea even on that show? I don't know why Shamea is on the show. Shamea, to me, we'll talk about it. Talise Hickman, what's good? Don't none of these women look like their kids? What do you mean? What do you mean? Who had them? Do you think they was all ordered? I enjoyed the episode. It was okay. YDKL0819. I've been waiting on you out there. How you feeling about this episode? It was okay. It was okay. I'm here reviewing it, so I guess it's okay. Nita, what's good? C. Patterson, what's good? Beautiful Sapphire, what's good? Alexis White, what's good? Classic Quilla, what's good? Atlanta is back. Mimi, what's good? I hope everybody had a happy Easter. I hope everybody had a happy Easter too. Let me say what I'm going to say. I am going to be reviewing, before we get started, I am going to be reviewing The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I'm probably going to do a pre-record on that, so be looking for it. Y'all, I'm in pain. So be looking for it one of these days. And listen, if y'all hear me just calling out and screaming or something like that, I injured my back and I'm in pain. So if you hear me mincing over here, please excuse me, because the pain just be popping up on me with every sudden movement that I'm making. And I'm sitting in a chair, but sometimes when I make certain movements or move my legs, it really affects my back. And so I just want y'all to know that. Don't be thinking that I'm over here doing nothing. You know how y'all get. Don't be thinking I'm over here doing something X-rated. I'm just over here in pain a little bit. I don't even get down like that. I'm going to have to get down like that. I'm going to have to give Gabor the Erica special. What you going to give me a special for? Classic Quilla, what's good? What's good, Top Chef? Divide, what's good? Mahogany, what's good? Johnny's Angel, L'Oreal, what's good? Lexi Lane, Amy J. Desiree, what's good? Miss Lovely T. Ray all day. Classic Quilla, V. Spencer, looking before just being like the oh man, that's what y'all talking. No, I had to go and get my incense and light the incense, and it took me all day to get up. Listen, I'm happy to be here at the time that I was. Listen, I really was planning on. I almost was going to be like, maybe I need to come in at the 30-minute mark, at the 30. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, but let's go ahead and get started. We are here today to talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 1, and the name of the episode is called A Warm Welcome. Okay, I thought that the episode was okay. Okay. So the episode opened up with Cynthia Bailey. Okay. I didn't know who it was at first, to be honest with you. But the episode opened up with Cynthia Bailey. And they had her walking into a room and she was looking at a TV screen or like a projector. And they was giving us a trailer of the mess that was going on this season. And she turned the TV off. She had a high ponytail and she turned around and she said, now what else is going on? You know, that's her statement. What else is going on? To me, it's whack. Can we have real talk? It's whack. Now what else is going on? Cynthia thinks she be eating with that baby. It's whack. I thought it was Porsha too. Feel good. Feel good. I thought it was Porsha too. Cynthia needs to leave her face alone. The face looks flawless though. The face looks flawless. But mama had a mustache. She looked like she had a mustache. I thought that she was turning into 50 Cent again right before our eyes. Did y'all see the mustache? Put a 7 in the chat. I saw a mustache on Cynthia. It looked like she had a mustache on Cynthia. I don't know if it was a lip liner at the top of it. My grandmother used to do it. You know, women of a particular age, they used to wear red lipstick, and some women of a particular age, they used to put they used to wear black eyeliner around their lips, and and then put the lipstick on. And some of them even used to put a little beauty mark on, like on the left side. Y'all know what I'm talking about? On either the left side or the right side of my grandmother had a real mole right there, but I used to see a lot of women, they used to put a mole with the lip liner on top of their like right above, like between their nose and their lips, but over to the side a little bit. Put a 7 in chat if you know what I'm talking about. A woman of a particular age. What man broke your back? Boy, Jerry, I thank you for the super chat, but ain't nobody broke my back. I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that. And then if I did get down like that, there wasn't gonna be no breaking. They break something on you loose on somebody's loose. If you never been touched, I don't think they really gonna be breaking nothing. Probably walls, but I don't know. But yeah, a Marilyn Monroe mole. Yeah, Desiree. They used to put them over right there. But I thought that with Lynn Cynthia, she looked like she had a mustache. I saw a mustache on Cynthia. Okay. Can we have real talk though? Can we have real talk? And I don't want to, get on my soapbox and just be over here black power, black power, black power. I just feel like that when they promote the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're promoting fights and beefs and reads, and I don't know. We don't really want to see that. Well, let me not speak for us as a whole. I specifically don't just want to see that, right? If the girls are gonna beef, the beef be organic, right? Let it be real beef, right? That's fine. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they're just trying to, every time it's Atlanta, when we promote Atlanta, it's all fights, it's all beef, it's all shade. Let the beefs be natural, right? But they be beefing just for fun of it. And we see through it. And it will come off like Miss Stevie on Married to Medicine. It'll come off like Miss Stevie on Married to Medicine. We can see through the fakeness, and it comes off as corny. Because y'all ain't really beefing. Y'all just doing it because y'all think this is what we want to see. Y'all are coming to work. Y'all trying to act. It's almost like Heavenly. Heavenly don't really act like that. Heavenly ain't really beefing with the girls, right? But she'll come at Toya because she know that y'all hate a pretty bitch. Y'all hate a pretty bitch that's kept, right? So she'll come at Toya and y'all will go up for it, right? That's how I feel. Okay? But we ended up seeing Phaedra. Phaedra was talking to Aiden. Aiden is now 15. We saw Aiden when he came out of his mama's snatch. And he is now 15 years old, okay? He's going to the homecoming dance. I really feel like that they're doing a lot of talk about Aiden in this dance because we saw pictures floating around of Aiden and this white boy, and people assume that Aiden was gay. I would rather Phaedra just come out and say, look, my son ain't gay, instead of pussyfooting around it, right? There's nothing wrong with saying I have nothing against the gays, right? I have nothing against the gay community, and I support people doing whatever they want to do. But my son is not gay. Just say it, Phaedra. But quit trying to put it. Girl, ain't nobody gonna be mad at you for saying that. Y'all just keep on talking about this dance and this stuff because this boy took pictures with a white boy. Just say my son ain't gay. He ain't gay. Y'all ain't gotta keep on saying it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that we as a society, though, I feel like that, not me, but we saw it over there with Toya and her boys. Everybody is so involved in what teenagers got going on in their bedroom. It's nobody's business anyway. Whatever he chooses to do, let him do what he's doing, as long as it's you know what I'm saying? Please, okay? Then we got Kelly. We seen the flash of Kelly. I thought that Kelly was going to be a friend to the show. Okay? Kelly's oldest daughter, Chloe, is going to college.
Who cares?
Who cares? Nobody cares. We don't even know her like that. We don't even know her like that. And it's nothing against Chloe. I just don't like her mama. It's nothing against Chloe. But I just don't like her mama. Her going to college, we do not care. We don't care, okay? I guess Kelly went and decorated her dorm room, and the room just looked tacky. The room looked tacky, just like her house looked tacky. Kelly strikes me as a girl who thinks that more is better. And she really doesn't have any style. So she tries to overcompensate with having like a lot of stuff there. Like her confessional. Her confessional looked same confessional as last year. It looked toe up. Her confessional looked a mess. The background looked a mess. Her daughter room looked a mess. It looked like they were just throwing stuff on the wall. It didn't look like it was professionally done. It looked a mess. The room looked a mess. Good boy. I thought you started with a fresh start with the ladies this season. I did start with a fresh start, and her mama pissed me off again already. Mama, we gonna get there. Good boy, Chloe hasn't made it to niece status yet. No, she has not. No, she has not. And I thought that her daughter, her sisters made it to niece status, but I had to take them off the list. Okay, but the room just looked tacky. Kelly, you dropped your daughter off at that college. You dropped your daughter off at the college with that bleach, blonde, dog hair on her head. You dropped your daughter off at that college with that bleach, blonde, dog hair on her head. I couldn't be the only one that saw it. Put an 8 in the chat if you saw it. I said, why are you leaving her there with this? Kelly ain't got no money, child. Kelly ain't got no money, child. And no, you know what I'm saying? I believe in letting the kids grow into themselves, girl. But baby, we're gonna have to take this out your head before you come around to this college girl. I don't think that ain't for you. That ain't for you. That ain't for you. That was a mess. That's a mess. I'm sorry, niece. Well, no, that ain't my niece. Listen, girl, I'm sorry, baby. Take the dog hair off your head. It looked a mess. It looked a mess. It's a mess. Ain't nothing about her need to be having that color hair in her head. And I said what I said. Okay? But the show actually started off with the MVP of last year, and that is Angela. Okay? D'Angela Oakland, darling. D'Angela Oakland, okay? So she's at home grilling burgers with Charles and Amari, and the burger that she made Charles was dry as hell. Baby, wasn't no mayonnaise on the burger, wasn't no cheese on the burger, mustard, lettuce, no nothing on the burger, okay? Charles bit into the burger, and he was about to choke. The burger was so goddamn dry. And so he asked Amari to bring him some water. And did you hear Amari? Amari said, I guess I'm the waiter. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, Amari. Amari, you pissing me off already. Amari got a smart mouth. Amari, you got a smart mouth. I would have thought that you learned your lesson last year, because you came down here last year, and the way that you was talking to your grandmother last year, or about your grandmother on the camera last year, I didn't respect it. But you still got on this show. You have a nasty mouth and a nasty attitude. And Angela should have run and punched you right in your mouth. She got a mouth on her. She got a mouth on her, okay? Angela ended up telling Charles not to drink anything cloudy. And he said, well, what you mean when you say that? And she talked about him last year going on the podcast saying that somebody must have put something in his drink the night that he got married. And that is the reason why he got married. I don't think that anybody thought that he was serious when he said that on the podcast. But coupled with the way that he behaves on the show, I can see why people thought that it was a big deal, because it can seem embarrassing. But I think it's a generational disconnect, right? My dad is around the same age. My dad and his friends are around the same age as Charles, and they act the same exact way, right? Remember when Quad was over there talking to King and he was like, these sassy men, baby, these niggas be sassy. And when I say sassy, I don't mean like in a bitchy way, but I mean they always got something smart to say back. They real smart alecky. You get what I'm saying? Do y'all know men like that? Put a 3 in the chat. They real smart alecky. They always got something to say back. You know, they gonna get the last word. But it's not really that harmful. What I'm saying. You know, they care about you and stuff like that or whatever, but they're real smart alecky. They are real sassy, not in a bitchy way, but they are going to get the last word. They always got something to say back. They always got something slick, with a slick mouth, right? They got a slick mouth. Okay. Angela said that Charles is the one who asked her to get married. He's the one that planned for them to go to Vegas and get married. Charles ended up apologizing. Angela said that she's not shutting down another Charles rumor. Whatever rumor they got about Charles, she don't give a fuck. And that's good, Angela, because, baby, let me tell you something. You know, the people get tired of that real quick. You did that last season. This season, you're going to have to find something else to do, baby. We didn't want you to come over here and do it, okay? Now she hugged Charles, and she told Charles when she was hugging him to grab my butt, and he said no. He said no. Kendra Air say my baby daddy, and he 36. Oh, he got that? Yes, I'm married to him. Right, grouchy old man. Right, you married to one too? Yeah, they always got something smart to say back. Okay. I think that those men at that time are pretty private. They don't really do the PDA. I think that I'm uncomfortable with the PDA. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't about to. He'll hug her and kiss her. He gets shy even when she told her to kiss him last year. He was like, "What you want to kiss for? What we doing this for?" All on camera. It's not that he don't want to kiss his wife. It's like, why we got to do it in front of the camera, right? This man is new to reality TV. And you have to be cognizant of stuff that you want to see. For instance, because this stuff is on camera, old people really believe that shit on camera, that shit gonna follow you, and you got to think about how it works another time. Could you imagine if? Let me fast forward a little bit. Let me say something real quick. Fast forward. Could you imagine if Pinky had a baby by a man that was not her child? I mean, by a man that wasn't her child's father, and she's sitting up here talking about the only meat that she eats is her husband. Could you imagine? You know what I'm saying? So you have to be cognizant. I wouldn't even want my child to hear that I said some shit like that on TV. The only meat I eat is his dick. Girl, what? What? Ghetto. What's good, BPASP? They really stuck in their ways. Angela know who she married. Yes, she do. She know who she married. Okay. So then we got Angela. Next we had Porsha. Now Porsha going and she meets and she welcomes in K Michelle. Okay, now I know K Michelle a little bit. Okay, K Michelle was having a photo shoot for her first country single, and she talked about her label wanting her to do R&B music when her heart is really into country. Okay, now a lot of Black artists talk about no matter what they do, whatever music that they do is sent to the R&B category just because they're Black. Okay, she talked about getting a nod from Beyonce. Beyonce sent her some flowers and said she couldn't wait to meet her. People tried to start a beef between K Michelle and Beyonce because they thought that when she was going country, they thought that she was copying off of Beyonce, but that's not true. If you paid attention to K Michelle in her career, she always talked about going to college for yodeling and wanting to do country music. Okay, K Michelle. Let me see. She said that she's married. She got married the week before the show started, okay, a couple of weeks ago, and she's married to a man named Caston, and he's a dentist, okay? At the mention of Drew, though, K Michelle started crying and saying that the ATL is a mean girl city, and a lot of the singers in ATL have tried to blackball her. Now, I know K Michelle and some of her music. I'm not like a huge fan. I know a couple of songs, but I may be wrong, but K Michelle is a real singer. Drew Sidora is a reality TV singer, right? She played a singer on The Game, and she sings on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But as far as a real singer or in real life, Drew is not a singer. Drew is not a singer. Just like Candace Dillard, right? Just like Shamea. And I love Candace down, but Candace is not a real singer. She hasn't crossed over. When I say a real singer, Candace sings down to The Real Housewives of Potomac, right? But Candace has not crossed over to where she's not seen as a reality TV singer. Right? K Michelle is a real singer. K Michelle has crossed over. It's almost like Jocelyn Hernandez as a rapper and Cardi B. Cardi B is a real rapper. Candy is a real singer. These people are respected in the field. And Drew Sidora is not a real singer. So the fact that she over here crying, girl, I'm like, what? Wow. Okay. Porsha. I got a picture of Porsha. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Porsha said that her divorce is final. Okay. She said that she's staying in the marital home. Wait a minute. Yeah, she's staying in the marital home because she's paying all of the bills there. And it's so funny to me because people used to cheer for women getting the marital home, right? But because it's Porsha, y'all mad.
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
Bitches is mad. Porsha got the marital home. Bitches is mad. Bitches is mad. And like I always say, you got to watch people. People always say support women, support Black women, support women, right? Up until it's a bitch that they don't like.
Message.
Up until the bitch, if it's a bitch that they don't like. Up until If they don't like you, they celebrate it. Support all women, but all y'all do all y'all mad at Toya. Child, please. Okay. Then we get Shamea, messy Mia, baby. Let me tell you something. I do not like Shamea at all. I do not like Shamea at all. Thank you for the super chat, Soulful. It's like a boy peach juice called ice. She should have. Thank you for the super chat. You gonna get on the internet and try to play me? Let me call ice. Let me see what Trump really do. I mean, by all means, good for her. What's good, Naomi? Okay. I don't like Shamea. I think that Shamea is the worst hire on Real Housewives of Atlanta since Drew Sidora. Okay. I think that it takes more than money to make you a good housewife. Okay. Now, Kelly ended up coming over to the house. And when Shamea opened the door, baby, I thought that Kelly was on her knees trying to play with Shia. But she was not on her knees, baby. She was standing up. So she really is a midget.
You little hobbit.
Little hobbit. The little hobbit, baby. The little hobbit is, baby. Shia is almost taller than her. She almost taller than her. And then Shamea and Kelly are now calling each other their BFFs. Y'all met each other last year, and all of a sudden y'all BFFs. Girl, I can't take it. I miss you so much. I was gonna call you, and I miss you, and I miss you, girl. Bye. Right, Dina. Kelly look like Roscoe and Martin. That's what I thought it was, baby. That's what I thought it was.
You little hobbit.
You little hobbit. Okay. Now Kelly's oldest daughter is in college, and Shamea. Now she's already away at college. Check this out. She's already away at college, and Shamea is sending her a basket. Now, if the girl is already at college, how come Shamea didn't send her the basket before she left? Right? Because she wanted to be seen giving the basket on camera. I can't stand bitches like that. I hate bitches like that. You don't really care about the girl and want the girl to have the stuff. You want to be seen giving it to her on camera. What's good, Color Me June? What's good, Color Me June? Shamea is so cringe. Yes, she is. You wanted to be seen giving the girl the college gift on. You didn't really care about her having the basket before she went to college. You could have found something else to do, but you wanted to be seen giving her the college the basket on campus. I mean, on camera. You wanted to be seen giving it to her on camera, right? I really hate bitches like that. I really hate bitches like that. Anyway, Shamea really thought that it was a good idea for her to gift a young Black woman going away to college that's attending an HBCU. That's attending the HBCU, by the way, liquor, pregnancy tests, and condoms.
Bitch, you better be joking.
Bitch, you better be joking. You gifted her all of this on camera? Pregnancy tests, liquor, and condoms? When I tell you Shamea is the lamest girl in the world, and I really want to call her one. You're not about to play with my daughter pussy on these cameras. And Kelly sitting over there laughing. Kelly sitting over there laughing. As someone who attended an HBCU, I am offended. As someone who has attended an HBCU, I am offended that you will give this girl, this young Black girl that is attending the HBCU, liquor, condoms, and the pregnancy test. I'm offended. And Kelly gonna say, I'm gonna remember this when Shia go to college. And that was shade Phaedra. Because Shamea got 2 kids. Shamea got 2 kids. The other one can't go to college? The other one can't go to college? Okay. Shamea now has a run company. They paid for her to get a run company. Gerald has invested 6 figures in her music career, she say. So he invested 6 figures in your music career, girl, and you still not able to pop. Thank you for the super chat, feel good. He say, does Shamea not know it's against the law to give underage girls alcohol? Then for Chloe to have alcohol on campus is against the rules. Disgusting, right? She could thank you for the super chat, feel good. She also could get put off of campus with the liquor. It was just, it's trash. She's trash. Trash. I don't like it. Right, just wasting Gerald's money. Just wasting Gerald's money. Okay? She said that she hasn't talked to Porsha since the reunion. and she took a minute for her to catch stuff that was thrown to her at the reunion, right? About Shamea and her, about her and Candy kissing. And so she said they text and she was going to mime what they said to each other through the text messages.
Loser!
Girl, you are a loser. Shamea, you are so whack. Shamea is literally the wackest girl I have ever seen. This is the wackest housewife for sure. Thank you for the super chat, Top Shelf. He say the cast is starless, Nene's voice. Well, I think that came Michelle. We gotta give it to Kay. Thank you for the super chat, Top Shelf. They are going to mime what they did. The truth of the matter is you was kissing on Candy in the club. The truth was you was kissing on Candy in the club. You didn't check her at the reunion because you didn't think that she was going to tell you that. But baby, you heard Porsha when she said that you was kissing on her in the club. And I know that you was kissing on her at the club because Candy didn't come out and deny it. And that's what friends do. See, the thing is, when nothing ain't happened to, if you and Candy didn't kiss, Candy would have came out and said, listen, I just want to come out and say this. I never kissed Candy. I never kissed Candy. But since you did kiss Candy, Candy didn't come out and say nothing. Right? Trey Songz didn't fuck Nicki Minaj. And so Trey Songz, when Remy dropped Sheetha, he did come out and say that he'd never fucked Nicki Minaj. Because that's how you move. When it's the truth, the person ain't gonna say nothing. Right? But when it's a lie, they'll come down and speak their truth. They'll come down and speak your truth. So you was kissing her in the club, right? And the truth of the matter is, Shamea, this is what makes you so lame. Everybody had forgot the fact that Porsha even said that. But you're so hurt by it, you're bringing it back up into the forefront because you're guilty. You're bringing it back to the forefront and because you're guilty. And the truth of the matter is, you still didn't even deny it. You brought it up. If you're going to bring this shit up, you could at least deny it. We did forget. Yeah, we forgot because who gives a fuck about Shamea? Who gives a fuck about Shamea? Nobody. Nobody gives a fuck about Shamea. But girl, you brought it back up to the forefront and you didn't even deny the shit. At least deny it. Shamea do whatever to be seen right, sucking on anything to get it right. We didn't even acknowledge it for real, right. We didn't even acknowledge it for real, because nobody cares. You totally forgot because nobody cares about Shamea. Nobody cares about Shamea. Nobody cares about you, boo. You brought it back up. Thank you for the super chat, cute content guy. He say big money and still not that girl. Get off the show. Right, get off the show. She's slogan boy. Kelly, because she broke. Right, Kelly, because she broke, child. Shamea just really loose and nasty, but Porsha is too. Shamea mama hair, child. Johnny Taylor sitting over there with a baby. Did you see the makeup on her? Baby looked like she was in a casket. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Soulful. She said, break it down for me, good boy. I don't understand why Porsha and Shamea fell out. Shamea has always been jealous of Porsha. That's the truth. Thank you for the super chat. She jealous of Porsha. She jealous of Porsha. Okay? Now, Porsha is having a dinner party. Do I got a picture of Porsha? Let me see. I believe I do. Give me a second. Yes, she did. She calling me June. Cass, get ready. Cass, get ready. Okay? Now, Porsha is having a dinner party. The party is called Mystic. The theme is Mystic Island Dinner. But Porsha keep calling it Majestic. You know, she each one teach one. And so it's supposed to be like a date night and you bring your spouses or situationships and it's going to be an all-black affair. Okay? Let me tell you, baby, I wouldn't bring my dog to Porsha's house. Okay? I wouldn't bring my dog to Porsha's house. That is the international house. The hoes over there, baby. She walked into Fallon's house and left out with her husband. Okay? Walked into her house and left out with her husband. And then Cordell told us that he came home and Diane was sitting in his master bedroom eating a large pepperoni pizza on white linen sheets.
What kind of whore does that?
What kind of whore does that? What kind of whore does that? And the truth of the matter is, what is Diane doing in the master bedroom in Cordell's bed when Porsha's not home? What was Diane even doing in the master bedroom while Porsha's not home? And he come home and she, what kind of fucking food fetish y'all got going on? We're never letting Diane live that down. No, baby, I'm never letting Diane live that down because Diane was over there trying to, baby, Diane, that's, baby, them some hoes over there, baby. Diane was trying to go over there. Diane was trying to get killed. Diane was trying to get killed. She would have moved Porsha out the way and moved right on in there. Okay? But I would have bought a dog to Porsha's house. Okay? Cynthia ended up coming over. Cynthia bought a voodoo doll of La Prince. That's her man's name. He ended up FaceTiming Cynthia and meeting Porsha through the phone, like Jamal. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He said, why would she make a basket with condoms and alcohol? Maybe if Shamea put the bottle down, Shiloh wouldn't have health problems. Oh my God. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. I just want y'all to know that this is what these people are saying. This is not me. Okay? Diane got the house. Like mother, like daughter. Right. Right. Okay? Then we got Angela. Angela actually brought Charles over here to Porsha's house. Angela, you really bought that, baby? You really bought Charles over to Porsha's house after Porsha said last season that she would fuck Charles to make you mad? She would fuck Charles to make you mad? And the killing part about it, I will never forget, but we are not going to forget, is that when she said it, that Kelly and Shamea were right there laughing at it. Yes, baby. They were right there laughing at it when she said it. They was right there laughing when she said it. So we're going to talk about this whole talk that they be trying to put on that we're going to talk about it. But yes, baby, Kelly and Shamea was right there when she said it, laughing at it. Okay? Angela looked good. She had her back out. The best three looks for the night was Angela and then Shamea. Porsha looked cute. But the thing is, you see how Angela back is smooth and you see how Shamea back is smooth. Porsha got so much work done. She looked like she got, rolls. It's a lot of back rolls and lumps and shit. And, they built that bitch. You get what I'm saying? And so it don't even look real. Her back and stuff don't even look real. And so it looked like a whole bunch of Play-Doh and stuff. It looks a mess. But yeah, okay. Drew man is through the phone. Drew man is through the phone. And so her man was through the phone. I thought that it was a joke. I thought it was a joke. I thought that she was just going to FaceTime him and do what Cynthia did, have him meet Porsha or whatever, and that was going to be it. But she literally had him on the phone the entire time. Now, I thought that Drew was over there dagging with Ty. I thought that she was over there dagging with Ty. But see, her mama a pastor. Her mama a pastor, and pastor ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? Pastor probably walked past Ty every day at that house over there at Drew's house while we're up in the basement. Probably walk past Ty all the time, speaking to him over there, making breakfast for him. The pastor be damned if Drew gonna be dagging on TV. Pastor be damned if her daughter gonna be dagging on TV. That's what she draw the line at. I'd be damned if my daughter gonna be boy dagging on TV, and I gotta say this, you know what I'm saying? Embarrassing my name in front of the congregation. Okay? But I will say this though, Drew got a beautiful face. She got a beautiful face for her, okay? Phaedra about Che over there. Was it Che? I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. What's good, Ashley? She said I'll be calling Ty Mom and Shot. Right, be calling Ty Mom. Yeah. Big L, thank you for the super chat. He said, thank you for saying that, Gabor. That's why I'm off a good portion of black folks. The bar is set too low. I like classy day folks. That scene with Kelly and Shamea was ghetto the whole episode. Yes, it was. It was ghetto. It was ghetto. Ghetto trash. Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. Phaedra was there with Che, however you pronounce it. He looked good. He looked like he slimmed down a little bit. Do I think that Phaedra is really dating the man? No. But I do think that anytime that she needs a date on camera, she's going to bring him because he's thirsty enough to let her do it. He wants the camera time. He probably got a whole nother girlfriend somewhere else, right? But she gonna bring him when she need a date. Okay. K. Michelle came with her husband. He's a dentist. Dr. Castaigne. He's a dentist. Okay. K. Michelle said that she missed the black memo, but how did you miss the black memo and he got it? How did you miss the black memo and he got it? Okay. She said that she'd been knowing Dr. Castaigne since they was in the 9th grade. They dated on and off. And she said that she held his feet to the fire and they got married a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Drew ended up trying to shade K. Michelle music career, saying that, I know K. Michelle, she was a singer, is a singer.
You can't win this one, Boopy.
Drew, you can't win this one, Boopy. You can't win this one, Boopy. Sit this one out. K. Michelle is a real singer. K. Michelle is a real singer. You sing down to the Bravo. You sing down to the Bravo come. This girl is a real singer. She's a real singer. You can't win this one, Boopy. Go over there and argue with Shamea. Go over there and argue with Candace. Go over there and argue with EJ Global. But EJ Global, though, you may not want to argue with EJ Global, baby, because EJ Global was over there on the song that was played on the Oscars, baby. Okay, so, baby, you can't win this one, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Big L. She said Shamea Mama had that creation number 5 on, like Wendy Mama from Potomac. Now she wasn't as light as Wendy now. Now Wendy Mama was light, baby. Wendy Mama was light, baby. Baby. Okay. Porsha date Mike comes in. This is Mike on the screen. Okay. He came in with a guy later on that we saw sitting with Lauren. Now I tried not to watch the preview last week, but I got on Twitter and I saw something that said that Porsha rented this man to be on the show and that he was on a Tyler Perry something, right? And here he is with Porsha, and he all of a sudden comes in with Lauren's date. All of a sudden he comes in with Lauren date.
Got it. Okay.
I don't share nothing.
They rented him. They rented him. He's rented. He's rented. And the thing about it with Porsha for me is that because the man that came in, I don't know if did y'all pay attention to it? Put a 5 in the chat. Put your phones down. He came in, and the man that came in after him, he was sitting next to Lauren. So they ordered these men. They rented these men. Okay? And the thing with Porsha for me is that y'all are not even coming up with a script or doing something that's believable. Because they asked how they met, and he said, we met through God. We met through God. And that's what I'm talking about the people on reality TV thinking that we stupid stuff.
Playing in my mother face. I hate that.
I hate that shit. Stop playing in my face. At least come up with a script so it sounds believable. At least come up with a script so it sounds believable. What's good, Money King? He was on Ready to Love on OWN, and the other guy was on Put a Ring on It on OWN. So they rent the men down to the Bravo. But when Kenya did it, it was a problem. When Kenya did it, it was a problem. And I can guarantee you, Phaedra over there renting Chi. Okay? Then we get Shamea. Maybe when I tell you Shamea was at home looking like she was straight out of Dallas, I told y'all, baby, when we was at PV, the girls from Dallas used to wear Dallas, Texas shags, baby. Baby, Shamea was at home looking straight out of, it was like we called it shags. Y'all might call it a mullet. No, ma'am. The only difference with Shamea, she didn't have a different streak of the color hair in her head. We talked about this around like Thanksgiving time, the Dallas, Texas shags or whatever. She had on the Dallas, Texas shag in her head. The only difference is she didn't have a streak in it. Baby, right, just telling me, June, just soulful. Okay? Now, I didn't see it earlier when she was with Kelly, but you know, I am a person who loves to look at the body. I appreciate the body, right? And I tell y'all all the time, the litmus test for a perfect body is an all-black outfit. And baby, Shamea body looks like everything. She looks like, baby, from the mullet down from below the mullet, Shamea was a perfect 10 under the mullet. Under the mullet, she was a perfect 10. Plus, remember, she had bruises and shit on the back last year. The back was smooth, the ass was sitting, the titties was. Shamea looked good under the mullet. She looked good under the mullet. Baby, Shamea looked everything. I don't even like Shamea, but I got to give it up. Shamea looked good. That was some good work, baby. From the mullet down, baby. That was under the mullet. When I say mullet down, I don't mean including the mullet. Excluding the mullet. From the mullet down, her face, everything, perfect 10. Okay? Then we meet Pinky. Let me see. I got something for Pinky for y'all. Then we meet Pinky. Let me see. Okay. Then we meet Pinky. Gone Pink. Let me talk about Pinky real quick, okay? Pinky and her husband, Derek, okay? Pinky, her husband name is Derek. Okay. Her husband is very nice looking. They got 3 children. Now, you know, I don't like when we find, this is the thing, when y'all get on these shows and stuff, because, you know, Mimi and her man, I believe Steve got a child before Mimi kids, right? I believe Steve got a child before Mimi kids, and they only come on the show talking about they got 2 kids. Do Derek got any other kids, Pinky? Don't just sit up here talking about the kids that y'all got in the union. I want to know how many kids that he got, how many kids is between y'all household. Let us know, Pinky. Okay? And now I know there is a lot of disdain for Pinky online because of the bankruptcy and everything that's going on with the bankruptcy, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a broke bitch either, right? So now y'all finally understand how I feel about Garcelle.
What?
Right? But I feel like we have to give her a chance. We have to give her a chance. We cannot judge her by the bankruptcy, right? So she said that she started Slutty Vegan. She said that she built $1 million brand. I've never been a Slutty Vegan before. It has never been anyone around me. I mean, a Slutty Vegan around me, but I will like to try it one day. What else with Pinky? Yeah. I really think if we're being honest, though, I really think that the disdain that y'all have for Pinky is because she bald-headed. I really do. I think that y'all don't like Pinky because she bald-headed. I really do. I know how y'all is. Y'all my people. And so I know how y'all be. It's because she bald-headed. I really do. Okay, let me see. Hold on. I got some super chat. Let me read the super chat, y'all. Give me a second. Ooh, baby. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said Kenya rented 5 men versus Porsha 1. What about the football player? What about Duke? I'm your number 1 fan, and she had the party for Duke. Right? Jerry, thank you for the other super chat. He said, so Shamea's storyline is a sick child, fake rum brand, good surgery, and Porsha. Got it. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry, baby. Thank you for the super chat, cutie content guy. He said Pinky left a few things off her resume. Bankruptcy, losing houses, losing cars, getting kicked out of her own company, and had on them dollar store flip-flops on broke, but her husband, ooh wee. Thank you for the super chat, Q. But see, she hadn't, at this point of the show, she hadn't filed for bankruptcy yet. Thank you for the super chat, Caribbean Gal. She take a boy, you see Pinky toe in the funky red socks. I did see it. Where's the heels at? Where the heels at? Mama Pinky, and I'm gonna say this to you, Gabor, please get into comedy ASAP. Thank you for the super chat, Cameron. Let me say this too. You know, Pinky, you know, the girl, you know, listen. Pinky. But again, y'all, maybe she had the heels in the car. They was just going into Shamea's house to take shots. Right? Maybe she had the heels on in the car. Right? Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Big L. She said Pinky gives off bulldagger vibes. Big L, that's you only saying that because she bald. Insert song is Ladies Night, and yeah, you're right. She a bald-headed, and it adds to it. See, that's what it is. Y'all don't like her because she bald-headed. Y'all got to get a girl a chance, y'all. Y'all trying to blame it on the bankruptcy. It's the same way that y'all did with Angel. Y'all didn't like Angel because she was big. That was the truth. Give her a chance. Thank you for the super chat, Soulful. She said Pinky has $1 million business in a dollar store arms. My God. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all. I appreciate it. Okay. So Kelly ended up coming to the event. With a man named Trey. And according to K. Michelle, when he came in, Kelly said, "Ooh, not him. And Charles said, "What you mean, not him?" And K. Michelle said, "Baby, he goes through everybody." And when I say he goes through everybody, I mean he goes through everybody. Baby, when I tell you the seat, if I was at that dinner, I would have been sitting right. I wanted to sit right across or right next to either Charles, K. Michelle, or right across from him, baby, because that was the hottest seat in the house. That's where the party is at, baby. Okay? Kelly said that she's dating and not renting. Girl, you're renting, girl. You even bought your ex-husband, girl. You one of the girls that gotta pay. Kelly, you one of the girls who gotta pay. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Top Shelf. He said black, bald-headed, drunk, and beard. No, thank you. Who you talking about, Top Shelf? Thank you for the super chat. Black, bald-headed, drunk, and a beard. Who was drunk? Who was drunk? Let me know. Okay. So Charles said, we waiting on the other group member. And they say, who? He said the SWV. We missing one of them. And K. Michelle said, don't include me. It ain't happening. Stop with this SWV shit. I make a living off this shit. That's just like me putting you with a motherfucker who never dribbled. And Charles said, I'll make them better. I'll play with Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. Baby. I'll make them better. Okay? So then we get back to Shamea's house. They over there taking shots waiting on Gerald, right? And so Gerald ended up calling. Let me tell you how late Shamea is. Gerald ended up calling and said that he can't make it. Keep in mind, Shamea is already dressed. Her and Pinky and Gerald are already there dressed. She called Gerald. Gerald said he can't make it. The plane wasn't landing in Atlanta, and then rerouted him to Charlotte. What? What? The plane wasn't landing in Atlanta, and they took you way back to North Carolina? They took you, not the Decatur. They took you to North Carolina? This is the lie? This is the lie? This is what I'm losing my husband to? This is the bullshit I was told from my friend? This is the tea that my friend gave me? That they took him back to North Carolina? That's why you late? Girl, you knew that man wasn't coming. You late because this is the shit that pisses me off with Shamea that I don't like. And again, y'all gonna go up for Shamea because y'all don't like Porsha. But this is the stuff that I don't like. You're late because Porsha was late at your birthday party that you hosted last year. That was the season premiere last year, right? And you wanted to pay her back by arriving late to her event. That's the truth. Just be honest. And I would respect you more if you just said it. But the thing is, y'all try to act like y'all go online and try to say that you want to move forward, but you keep doing shit like this to get your lick back from last year. Are you really trying to move forward? Are you really trying to move forward? You trying to pay her back for being late to your shit last year. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. You trying to pay her back. Okay? So we get back over here with Porsha and Mike, and Angela asked Porsha, was this a real relationship? Girl, the fact that they just know that this ain't no real relationship, Porsha, is crazy. She said, baby, is this a real relationship brewing in front of us? And Porsha tries to give a timeline of the relationship, and it failed. They try to give a timeline of the relationship, baby, and it failed, okay? So then Pinky and Shamea them arrived, baby. When I tell you that Shamea was sitting, baby, Shamea was sitting. Baby. Messy Mia was sitting. Jesus. Jeez. Okay. I'm sorry. Baby Shamea was sitting, okay? Where I'm at? Jesus. Okay. Hold on. Q sent me something. My God. I will say that Pinky came in hot. Pinky came in hot. Okay. Angela had introduced Pinky to Charles, and Charles said, "What's your name again?" And she said, "My name is Pinky. Pinky is my name." I was like, "Oh wow, wow." She came in a little hot, didn't she? You know what I'm saying? And so Kelly is saying that Pinky is not a girl's girl. She said that she reached out to her before and she left her on red. And is that what makes her not a girl's girl? Because you reached out to her before and she left you on red? We need to come up with definitions of shit before we start using it. What did you say in the messages for her to leave you on red? And just because you're a girl and she's a girl and you reached out to her, just because she didn't reply to you, that does not mean that she's not a girl's girl. That does not mean she probably was busy. You get what I'm saying? She may not, right, Color Me June, she may not want to talk to you. But that doesn't mean that she's not a girl's girl because she didn't want to have a conversation with you. Because people can say that you're not a girl by the way that she be talking about Porsha, and you don't really know her like that, right? And then Kelly had the audacity to start talking about the little net on Pinky's head. Meanwhile, her whole leave out is out. Bitch, we can see your whole leave out. We can see your whole leave out. It's a whole different texture than the rest of your hair. Your leave out is sweated out, girl, and you got on all black, and we can still see that your leave out. We can still see your leave out. Girl, stop. Stop. Okay? We learned that Pinky and Kay are both deltas. Thank you for the super chat, Jason Halliworth. He said, Gabor, now I'm going to have to get you together. If you don't tell YouTube to notify me when you go live, I love my Gabor. Jason Halliworth, thank you for the super chat. You have to hit the notification bell. I let YouTube know an hour before I went live. Like an hour and 15 minutes. Okay? We learned that Pinky and Kay are both deltas. Okay? And then K Michelle, I'm telling you, baby, K Michelle is about to take over the show, baby. K Michelle said, baby, this is some Tyler Perry shit. Okay? We got Kelly over here with her leave out. It's an all-black event. There's a white woman over there with a wig playing the violin. Drew is on the phone with a man with a ring light. And Shamea coming here with a mohawk. A mohawk and a new body.
No, you.
A mohawk and a new body. Come on, baby, give it up. Give it up, baby. Yes, baby. Come on, K Michelle. Let it be known. K Michelle was the star of this episode, baby. K Michelle was the star of this episode, baby. Baby, she said Kelly got her leave out showing. We got a white girl. We got a white girl, cheeky China woman over here. Was it? I thought I saw a cheeky China woman. Was it? Was it? Let me know in the chat. I thought we saw a cheeky China woman over there playing the violin with a white wig on. Shamea got a mohawk. Baby, this is some Tyler Perry shit. This is some Tyler Perry shit. Okay? And so they ended up playing a game called Who Did That? Okay? It was a play on Porsha's Who Said That, but it was Who Did That? Okay? They wanted to know who made the first move out of Angela and Charles. Charles made the first move. Who's most likely to start an argument to ignite makeup sex between K Michelle and Dr. Chastain? K Michelle. Pinky and Derek has had sex in public. Okay? And she said that she will date, you got some vegans who are so vegan that they will not mess with another person who eat meat. Okay? Pinky said that she is vegan and she will date a man who eats meat, but the only meat that she's going to eat is her husband's.
All right.
I love the faces.
All right. All right. I don't think I would have said that on TV, but all right, girl. Do you get on your knees, though? Do you get on your knees, though? Because I ain't never heard of that before until I saw it. Shout out to Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk, baby. I ain't never seen that before. Okay? So then Porsha ended up asking Shamea, name one physical thing that you will take from your ex to upgrade your current spouse. And she said nothing will upgrade Gerald. I believe that Shamea probably had been talking to Porsha about Gerald, right? We know that he a shit chaser. She told us last season that he was a shit chaser. It was the reason that Porsha asked that question to Shamea, that she specifically sent that question out to Shamea. Pay attention. There was a reason she asked that. So he probably ain't got no dick. You get what I'm saying? He probably not taking her through there. You get what I'm saying? It was the reason why Porsha asked that question to Shamea, and Shamea is just real. Ain't nothing that can upgrade Gerald. Girl, you lying. And I can tell by the way that you move that you lying. Okay? And so Drew asked, well, where is he? Why is he not here? And Shamea said, well, the same reason yours isn't here. She said, oh, he's traveling? And she said, well, actually, he is. And so Drew was like, girl, are you okay? Because you answered the question with a lot of extra energy. And so she said, girl, focus on your Zoom call. Shamea, say what you got to say. You got the floor. You got the floor. Say what you got to say. And so they had a little bit back and forth. And so K Michelle said, let me get 2 glasses of Bugetto Hennessy.
The ghetto.
It's not the ghetto.
It's not the ghetto.
Right.
Please don't.
It's the ghetto. This is the ghetto. This is the ghetto. You got to pay attention to what K Michelle did. I don't know if y'all said it, baby. If y'all seen it, K Michelle, baby, let me get some Bugetto Hennessy. Cause y'all over here on Bravo think that y'all better than the girls over there at VH1, but this is giving the same thing, baby. It's still ghetto, bougie ghetto, but it's still giving the same old ghetto. Okay, and so they ended up making jokes about Porsha being in the house again because it's Porsha. Because it's Porsha. They making jokes about the house, but the house jokes that y'all are telling on Porsha don't really hit for me, especially coming from a bitch like Kelly, who's getting put out of homes, who restaurants is in foreclosures and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, girl, please, you got so much for Porsha.
You little hobbit.
You got so much for Porsha, girl. You facing foreclosures, you got evictions and shit all on your. You get what I'm saying? Girl, you are the last one to be talking. You are the last one to be talking about anybody in their house situation. You are the last one. Okay? So the men and women separate. They ended up asking, I think it was Cynthia asking about Porsha and Shamea. Porsha said that she was ready to turn over a new leaf. Shamea was like, well, I'm glad that I was accepted with openness, and I'm here for the openness. So they already asked Shamea about what was going on with her and Porsha, and she said that, we're going to do it with openness, okay? So then they talked about Shamea and Drew. Drew said, well, I'm here. Shamea's there. And then Shamea said, hi, you guys. I'm Shamea. I'm there.
Loser.
Whack. Whack. And then they talked about Shamea apologizing on YouTube. I actually forgot about that. Shamea went on her YouTube channel last year and put out an apology for the entire season 16 cast last year. Just whack. For her to come back doing the same thing. Baby, get this girl off my TV.
Get that bitch out of here.
Get that bitch out of here. Get her out of here. And the thing is, I had forgot that she did the apology. And on top of the apology, Johnny Taylor, that's her mama, Johnny Taylor and her aunties is over there casting spells on Porsha and Miss Diane. They was over there praying and casting spells on her and Diane. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember. They was over there casting spells on her and Diane last year, baby. I saw it. With that sorry if apology. Right. Baby, get this girl off my TV screen. And Drew did a reenactment, baby. Drew reenactment was everything. And so Drew ended up bringing up that Shamea was saying that she could have went harder on Drew at the reunion. Shamea, no, you could not. You brought a fake bag to the reunion saying it was the same bag that Drew had, only for Drew to post the receipts of her purchase of the real bag. And on top of that, the designer of the real bag came out and defended Drew and said that the bag was authentic. The designer of the real bag came out and said that Drew's bag was authentic. Baby, let it go. Let it go.
You can't win this one, Boopy.
You can't win this one, Boopy. You lost, mama. You lost. Okay? Then Shamea tried to put Drew on blast for going to Phaedra and saying that she didn't believe Angela's receipts. But Angela already knew that.
You're late.
And Angela says, I don't care about that. And she said, well, why don't you care about it? Girl, you're late. You trying to make some shit pop out, girl, if you late. And so then Angela and Phaedra go back and forth. And Angela said that she was threatened at the Hawks games by one of Phaedra's friends. And she said that the friend actually came up to her and said, yeah, I'm the one with the hands. Phaedra said that she had those tapes ran and the person never, not that the person never said that to her, but the girl never came near her. Then she got in the confessionals and said that she never seen the tape.
Sheree, do you hear this lie?
You hear this lie? I work security. Okay? I used to work security. CCTV cameras do not have audio. If CCTV cameras had audio, baby, we would have known what went on in the elevator. When it was $1 billion in the elevator with Beyonce and Solange and Jay-Z, we would have known what went down. We would have known what they were fighting for. Those cameras do not have audio. They have audio for when you're watching it live. But to my knowledge, they don't, well, the last I checked, they don't have knowledge for the recording. Okay? So this is why Phaedra is now saying that she never came near her, because she can't say that the girl never said that to her. So she's trying to say that the girl never came near her. Phaedra is a liar. And I'm riding with Angela on this. I don't
give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
What would I gain for going to you and telling you that your friend came up to me and said, I'm the one with the hands? What would I gain from that? Okay? And as they're arguing, K. Michelle said, I don't want to have any of this. This is a lot for me. And K. Michelle said, and I quote, I got invited to this party. I thought I was about to be a bougie American in an African house, that all the ladies was going to be over here wearing ball gowns with their diamonds, and they was going to drink champagne and some other shit. The translation for that, because baby, we need a translator. We need a translator. Okay? K. Michelle said, when I got on this show, I thought that I was gonna be a bougie American in this African house, that all the ladies would have on their ball gowns and their diamonds, and we would drink champagne and try some other shit. But this is still the same ratchet ghetto shit.
Ghetto shit.
This is the same ratchet ghetto shit that we had over there going on at VH1. It's the same
Ghetto shit.
It's the same ghetto shit. That's what I heard. But because it's under a white man, y'all see it differently, but it's not. But because it's under a white man, y'all see it differently, but it's not. And so she get up and she leaves, and she go out there with the man. Okay? Then Kelly is asking Porsha, about the text between her and Shamea. And so Porsha said, baby, whatever happened between me and Shamea is between me and Shamea. And then she went on to tell Kelly, you antagonizing. And she said, no, I'm not. Yes, you are antagonizing. Shamea is a grown woman. Shamea can speak for herself. Kelly act like Shamea isn't there. Shamea is sitting right there. When Cynthia asked Shamea where Porsha and Shamea in their relationship, if Shamea had a problem, she could have brought up the text messages when she was asked about it when they first sat down. But she didn't. Kelly is doing too much. And Porsha told her, and I quote, I'm talking about me and you. And what you said about me, I don't want to address right now after my drink. Right? The shit that you were saying about me through the media, I don't want to address right now because I just drunk this drink and I'll beat your motherfucking ass, bitch. That's what I heard. Put a 1 in the chat if that's what you heard. Since Porsha got up to number 1 on her finger. Since she pointed up to number 1. What I heard was, bitch, the shit that you were saying about me through the mirror, I'm talking about me and you. And the shit that you were saying about me, I don't want to address it right now because I'll beat your ass while I'm going off this liquor. And Kelly looked like she was scared than a bitch. Kelly looked scared. Kelly looked scared, baby. Bitch, I'll fuck you up, the shit that you were saying about me through the media. And she said, I don't want to sweep it under the rug, but I'll let it go. Because I'll fuck you up. That's what I heard. And Kelly knew not to play with Porsha no more that night. You in danger, girl. Quit playing in my face. Yes, Kelly face said abort mission. Yes, it did. Kelly got quiet. Yes, she did. Kelly got quiet. Kelly got so quiet. She was scared because she knew she would do it. Yes, she did. She knew that she would do it. And she actually sitting right next to her, and ain't nobody gonna stop it. Look at Phaedra's face when she said it. Look at Phaedra's face. I say, wow. Wow. Chin check. Now, that's a chin check. That was a chin check. Bitch, I just had this drink. And I'll beat your motherfucking ass. That's what I heard. I think the girls like Kelly, Kelly don't really have a reason to be upset with Porsha. The girls like Kelly are mad at the way that they show up in the world, and so they try to bully the girls like Porsha. All of this whole talk that Kelly be trying to give at Porsha, you get what I'm saying? It's like, because the truth of the matter is, you don't know what you would do if you was in my position, girl. You can't even give your pussy away. You can't even give your pussy away. So all of this stuff you got to say about me, girl, your man left you and your kids over there. Your ex-husband left you and your kids over there for dead, bitch. That man left you for dead. Well, you can't compare my marriage to your marriage, girl. Yes, the man that you was living with left you and your daughters over there for dead, bitch. The man that I was married to, we was married for a couple of months, but look at where I'm laying up at. Look at what I'm living in. That nigga left you and your daughters for dead. So no, you can't compare what I got going on to what you got going on. It's on a whole different tax bracket. It's a whole different scale, baby. Get up off me. You can't even give your pussy away, which is why you ain't got a man. Girl, quit playing with me, okay? So then some of the women started going outside, and then Kelly gonna sit up there and say, why y'all always put me in the hot seat? Nobody put you in the hot seat, baby. You put yourself there by trying to go through what was going on, trying to get it between Porsha and Shamea. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. But Porsha, you need a good friend, not unlike Phaedra, that would have told Kelly, wait a minute, girl, back up. Back up. Remember Sheree and Garcelle got together, and Sheree told Garcelle told Sheree that she need back up. And Sheree say, we getting bitches together. And Garcelle said, we getting bitches together. And when Garcelle went in and got on Erica Jane, and Kyle jumped in, and Sheree said, she's talking to her. She's not talking to you. Right? Porsha, you need somebody like that on your team. Because Phaedra not going to give that. Phaedra not going to give that. You're going to have to let Kelly know. Kelly is paid to be Shamea's mouthpiece. I can't tell her daughter still had that sorry ass girl. What's good, Lady Rita? Really, we got 40-year-old women still threatening to fight. Not a flex. It's not a flex. But you don't have to play with me either. Thank you for the super chat, Monique. She says 600 plus in the chat. Please like and subscribe. Don't make us beg. Please don't make us beg. Like the video, share the video, and hype me up. Hype me up. And we never saw Sheree again, right? Right, you're right, Dana. We never saw Sheree again. Garcelle didn't like that. I mean, Kyle didn't like that. She needed hydration treatment. The daughter. And y'all, that pretty much was the episode. Sheree say, "Nuck if you buck right." Shamea better learn to speak up for herself before Kelly get her ass beat. Yes, I wouldn't sell my home to play all the bills in my ex-husband's home that doesn't have my name on it. Laughing my butt off. Kyle got up. I don't think that Porsha sold her house. Diane is living in the house. Diane is living in Porsha's house. Kyle got the fuck up out of there. Yeah, Kyle got up out of there, baby. Kyle got up out of there. But y'all, that pretty much was the episode. Let me see what y'all think. Shamea's getting Kelly to come for Porsha for her. So, I don't think it's gonna work though. But is Kelly a friend to the show? I believe that Kelly is a friend to the show. Well, no, she was in the opening credit. Let me look and see if she on the opening credit. I heard that Kelly was a friend to the show. Let me look and see. Did they move her out the way? Let me look at the season 17 title card. Let me see. No, she's still on there. She's still on there. So she ain't a friend of the show. She on the show. Where is Diane staying? Where is Dina staying? Who she selling to? There's 9 women in the intro, child. Did we see an intro? They got 8 women on the title card. They must have added Cynthia on. You must have saw something where they added Cynthia. Kelly is the main cast member, unfortunately. Right. GGABOR Porsha sold that house last year. Okay. Kelly and Pinky need a demotion to associate the show. No, baby, she sold that home. Bravo is full of failed hoes, child. Oh, so she full-time. Pinky already. It's AP told her this year, which is ridiculous, child. There was no intro. No, there wasn't an intro, but they did show them with their peaches. Oh, give Pinky a chance. I'm giving her a chance. I'm giving her a chance. I'm giving her a chance. Okay, Michelle said, baby, this is the same old ghetto shit. Ain't no difference. It ain't a difference. It ain't a difference. We done seen, baby, everything that we've seen on Bravo, we have seen on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, on Bravo, we seen on VH1. We seen fights at the reunion. We seen fights at the reunions on Bravo. I mean, on VH1 and on Bravo. We seen drinks going in each other's faces. We seen drinks going on each other's faces. We seen brawls on VH1. We seen brawls over there in New Jersey. It's the same thing, baby. The same thing. The only difference is under a white man. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Is that it's under Andy. Okay? Be on the lookout sometime this week. I'm probably, oh y'all, I'm in pain. Sometime this week before the new episode come out, I'm coming on Patreon tomorrow, but sometime this week before the new episode of Rhode Island come out, I will have the review up. Because I mean, I like Rhode Island. I like the girls so far. They are really giving lifestyle. And the beauty about Rhode Island that I think that is good for a reality show is that there is history there. Most of those girls actually know each other. And I think that makes a good reality show. It's the same thing that I was saying in regards to the SWV and Escape. Well, who really cares about SWV? And I like SWV, but I'm just saying they wasn't really giving it up like the Escape girls. They wasn't really giving it up like the Escape girls. Okay? So we'll see. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It was like last episode. I'm convinced that they're to run the show into the grave, like Real Housewives of New Jersey. What was given last episode? What night does it come on right after Beverly Hills, I believe? Gabor, go to a chiropractor. I had 2 last month when I overdid it at the gym. Don't play with your back. B. Spencer, it's the same thing that happens all the time with me. It happened all the time. But thank you so much. I'll be good in like 2 days. 2 more days. Thank you. Pinky was doing way too much. She was doing, baby, listen, y'all. Now, she was a lot when she talked to Charles, but what else was she doing? Feel good. Yes, if they're not friends, it becomes toxic and destructive real quick, right? Well, stop doing it. All I was doing was squatting. It happens. You know, sometimes you injure yourself at the gym. And Kay is right. Bloop, right. Real Housewives, new night is Sunday. They doing Sunday now? They doing the muscle relaxers don't do nothing for me, JW. Pinky's money issues aren't over Black women's money issues. Like I said, they also let broke men get them pregnant. Pinky hasn't done anything yet. Yeah, give her a chance to get on that. Give her a chance. Give her a chance. Yeah, telling me, June, I got tight hips. I have tight hips. I suffer from tight hips. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and he was like, "You need to stretch." I'm like, "Nigga, I stretch." I was telling him that he needs to stretch, and he was like, "Do you stretch every time you go to the gym?" I was like, "I stretch before and when I leave the gym." But yes, baby, look at Pink. Gone, Pink. I love her. Give her a chance. She ain't did nothing yet. Pink came in drunk, wasting shit, jumping into Drew and Shamina's fight. I didn't see the top chef. I didn't see her. I seen her wasting shit. Shamina was also wasting shit, right? But that just lets you know that the drink was full to the rim. The drink was full to the rim. However, you need a man to release that tension. Shout out to SWV. I believe they had an album called "Release Some Tension." I think that. I don't remember her jumping into anything because I watched it on Peacock. I don't remember Pinky jumping into anything between Shamina and Drew because she don't even know them. Is that Lunella Pinky? That's Pinky, baby. Are we watching Ladies of London? It's good. I haven't watched it since the 3rd episode, but I got to catch up. But since I'm going to be on bed rest these next couple of days, I might catch up, y'all. I might catch up. Y'all give me some shows to watch while I'm on bed rest, y'all. I'm in pain. Doggy style pose. That hurt. Y'all, it hurt to stand up. It hurt to even walk. I'm gonna try to get up tomorrow at some point and go to the gym and just walk on the treadmill for a little bit, but it hurts to get up. It hurts to even walk. It hurts to lay down sometimes. In a certain position to lay down and like move your leg or whatever, it hurts to even move your leg in a certain position when you sleep. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been dealing with this for almost 11 years now. And so I'll be good in 2 days, 2 or 3 days. Pinky told Drew Shamea husband is with us in spirit. Do you ice and hot? It don't really help me, y'all. It don't. No, it ain't no slip disc. See a therapist, Gabor. Watch Unreal. It changed my whole perspective on reality TV. But yes, Pinky is like watching Lunel on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all stop there. Okay? But y'all, thank y'all so much for, I think that God was telling me to rest. I really do think that God was telling me to rest. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Adios. Love y'all.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25.